We are continuing our coverage of the powerful 7.2 earthquake. Elisa Rafa is here with me now, and we're also going to welcome research geologist with the U.S. Geological Survey, Alex Hatem. Alex, thank you so much for joining us this morning.
My pleasure.
All right, so first and foremost, for perspective, most people haven't even been in an earthquake. So when we talk about a 7.2 magnitude quake like this and what we saw in Haiti, what exactly does that mean and how devastating is that?
So we saw the photos of obviously the collapsed buildings and the damaged structures, but what it feels like to be standing in an earthquake, well, you might not actually be standing and shaking that strong. It could knock you right off of your feet. So you might feel a strong pulse of energy coming from the ground, and the ground will just roll like as if you're on top of an ocean. So it's very challenging to stand and to walk, and you'll definitely feel it intense shaking.
Now, most of us remember, it was just 10 years ago, 2010, we had a similar catastrophic earthquake in the same country. What is it about that area that makes them prone, or what is up with the geography that brought us this earthquake again just 10 years after a similar one?
Yeah, good question. So Haiti is part of a tectonic plate boundary that is very active seismologically, and we would expect earthquakes to continue to happen in this region. So there's a lot of motion going on between the tectonic plates going right through Haiti, and the fault that ruptured in yesterday's earthquake is actually not even the same fault that ruptured in 2010. So there are numerous faults that are prone to earthquakes in this country. So it's unfortunately just an expectation we have of a tectonically active region like this.
Interesting that you bring up those tectonic plates and that they weren't the same fault lines these 10 years later. So we can't predict earthquakes like we can hurricanes and what Elisa can do. So how can earthquake-prone areas better prepare? What does that infrastructure look like?
Yeah, so in a country like Haiti, it's challenging because like we just saw again, the buildings have collapsed. So certain construction techniques are not as favorable in seismically active areas like freestanding concrete and unreinforced masonry. So improving building standards in the long term is perhaps a good strategy to go with.
Now, I know the core of that quake yesterday was actually off the coast in the ocean, in the water, and we had some tsunami warnings in effect a little bit right after that quake, and I don't think we ever actually saw any tsunami activity. But why didn't we get that, or how is that an extra threat? That threat that they have to worry about with all of those fault lines nearby?
That's right. So yesterday's earthquake it was primarily a strike-slip earthquake, meaning the plates have moved side to side past each other. And given that it was centered on the land, it wasn't quite exactly under the ocean, unlike the 2010 event. So given that the plates are moving side to side and it was on land, we wouldn't necessarily expect a tsunami. There was no tsunami warning issued. So it wasn't a concern yesterday, but it certainly is a concern in other events that have those faults that do go offshore.